Winning the Heisman feels like touching the ceiling of college football. Cameras, speeches, history. It tells the world you were the most unstoppable player on Saturdays. Here's the twist most people do not like to hear. The NFL is not college turned up to 11. It is a different sport that shares a ball and a field. Different spacing, different speed, different margins. Some of the brightest Saturday legends step into Sunday and find out the hard way that fame does not translate. Systems do not match. Windows shrink. Bodies break. The spotlight gets cold. Today, we are looking at the Heisman winners who never became the pros they were supposed to be, and the specific reasons why. Not one reason, many. Keep that in mind, because each case reveals a new piece of the puzzle. Marcus Mariota walked out of Oregon with a stat line that looked like a video game set to easy. Precision throws, blur speed, almost no mistakes. NFL scouts called him clean. Then he stepped on a pro field and his first game looked like a trailer for the future. 4 touchdown passes in one half. Calm feet, calm eyes. The problem arrived on tape over time. NFL defenses do not give you simple half-field reads for long. They rotate late. They bait throws. That extra hitch that did not matter in the Pac-12 becomes a strip sack on Sunday. Mariota held the ball. The pocket squeezed. He took hits. Injuries crept in and never fully left. A hamstring here, a nerve issue there. Every new coordinator asked him to learn a new language. Rhythm was replaced by survival. By the time a teammate took the job and the team took off, the league had given Mariota a label that is hard to shake. Talented, useful, backup. The lesson is not that he could not play. It is that a pristine college profile cannot outrun slower processing against disguised coverage, especially when durability keeps breaking the continuity you need to grow. The NFL punishes hesitation. The NFL erases momentum. We move on. Jameis Winston is the opposite story. Hesitation was never his problem. He fires. He believes. He hunts tight windows like they owe him money. In college, that mentality won titles and trophies. In the league, it made Sundays look like a roller coaster. One drive, you get a perfect moonshot 40 yards down the seam. Next drive, you get a pick six that flips the stadium mood in 7 seconds. Coaches can live with almost anything except turnovers at scale. A quarterback who gives it away does not just cost points. He changes how the defense plays your entire team. Corners sit on routes. Coordinators tee off with pressure. Teammates start waiting for the bad moment. Jameis had a season with 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Historic, explosive, and expensive at the same time. The front office looked at the same roster and asked a cold question. What happens if we pair these receivers with someone who will not gift the ball away twice a game? The answer was simple and brutal. Stability wins. Jameis did not vanish. He can still sling it. But the league moved him into a space where trust is rented by the snap. You can feel the talent. You can also feel the cost. The next case is talent of a different kind. Johnny Manziel played college football like a kid in a backyard with 100 cameras. Spin out, reverse field, throw late across his body, and somehow hit a receiver who popped open because defenders got tired of chasing ghosts. It felt like magic. It also felt like a problem waiting to meet a league where play design and discipline rule. In the NFL, studying protection rules, knowing your hot answers, and trusting structure are not optional. They are the floor. If you try to freelance on 3rd and 7 against a disguised nickel fire, you are not a rebel. You are a turnover. Manziel entered that world with questions about film study, questions about focus, and a public life that never went quiet. Inside the building, coaches want proof you live in the playbook. On Sunday, defenders want proof you can win from the pocket when the first look is dead. Johnny never showed enough of either. The highlight reel chaos that cracked college zones did not fool pro safeties. Off the field, the noise never slowed down. The league does not wait for you to grow up. It simply moves on. The lesson is simple. Swagger sells tickets. Structure wins jobs. Tim Tebow is a different kind of story. He is proof that leadership can carry a team through storms and still run into a wall called mechanics. Tebow brought energy, grit, and belief that could light a city. He also brought a long motion, slow processing in certain reads, and accuracy that faded when the window got tight. He produced miracle finishes and a playoff moment so loud you still hear it when someone says his name. Yet defenses collect data. Once your tendencies are on film, the league adjusts. Tebow never retooled his release in a way that held up snap after snap. He could power through a linebacker. He could not place the dig on time against press, with safety help ready to jump. When a legendary veteran arrived, the experiment ended. Another team tried packages. Another team tried camp reps. The precision did not rise. Even a switch of positions years later could not keep the dream alive. The truth is not cruel. It is clear. Passion fills a stadium. Precision builds a career. Robert Griffin III had the thing Tebow lacked. He could throw it. He could also fly. As a rookie, he diced teams with deep play action, kept edges honest with his legs, and looked like a new blueprint. Then the knee went. He pushed through. He tore it worse. Everything that made him a terror moved down one gear. Quarterbacks do not just lose speed when a knee goes. They lose conviction. They slide early. They hesitate on keepers. The mesh that once froze a defensive end now looks slow. Mechanics leak when trust in your body goes missing. The tape changed. The future shifted. By year 3, he was watching someone else run the offense he used to own. He caught on elsewhere and did the hardest thing a former star can do: sit, learn, become a good teammate. He had moments. He did not get back the edge that made him a franchise. The NFL is full of players who would have been legends in a different timeline. RG3 is one of them. Pain changes play style. Play style defines value. Sam Bradford is the quiet counterpoint. He never lacked polish. He lacked availability. Bradford threw like a point guard. He delivered on time and on frame, especially in rhythm concepts. His rookie season teased a long run of competence. The problem is, you cannot stack growth when your seasons keep getting interrupted. Ankles, knees, everything. New coaches, new playbooks, new timing. Quarterbacks need reps inside the same language to build mastery. Bradford kept being the new guy, learning a new voice every time his body allowed him to reappear. Teams believed because the touch was real. The ball spun true. It just did not spin often enough. It becomes a loop. You get hurt and lose the starting claim. You return to a different system. You press, you take a shot, you get dinged again. The league does not hate you for this. It simply reallocates resources. Durability is not a moral trait. It is an availability stat that sits at the heart of value. You cannot coach it. You can only count it. Matt Leinart came out of a machine at USC that made Saturdays feel unfair. Timing, touch, talent everywhere around him. In the NFL, the wide hashes shrink and windows close one beat earlier. Leinart's arm was fine, not fearsome. His legs were serviceable, not threatening. The veterans in his room did not just know football. One of them started playing like a time traveler from a better future and took his job. After that, you started hearing the whispers that end careers. Is the fire there? Is the study grind relentless? Does he elevate when the play breaks? Even if some of that is not fair, perception shapes opportunity in a league obsessed with edges. Leinart bounced. Back up, clipboard, exit, the lesson is sharp. College systems can create beautiful pictures. The NFL demands you paint outside the lines when the picture dies. Ron Dane bulldozed college football with size and force that broke wills in November cold. The league he entered was already bending towards space and receiving ability at running back. He arrived to camp carrying extra weight and the wrong prototype. In the NFL, fourth quarter power still matters, but coaches need you to catch, to pass, protect, to create on-stretch and option routes. Lateral quickness matters. Yards after the catch matter. Dane's gifts were not useless. They were simply specific. Specific becomes situational. Situational becomes expendable when the rest of your room can do more on third down. He found moments. He did not find a home. Timing is a skill you cannot control. The sport changed shape while he was still celebrating campus records. Andre Ware was fire before fire was fashionable. He lived in a run and shoot that stressed defenses horizontally and vertically on every snap. He entered a league that did not fully trust that offense yet and joined a team that did not teach in his language. Limited reps, limited patience, limited fit. If you do not get repetition inside your native scheme early, you often never catch up. A quarterback is not just an athlete. He is a speaker of a complicated dialect. Change the dialect and the learning curve eats your rookie contract, where it never became what he could have been. Not because the talent was fake, but because the developmental runway was short and pointed in the wrong direction. The NFL learned to love wide open spread looks years later. He missed the window by a generation. Archie Griffin is football royalty. 2 Heismans. Consistency that felt inevitable. The NFL did not punish him, it normalized him. Griffin was good at everything. He was not special at the one thing that creates separation in a league of monsters. He did not have home run speed. He did not bring mismatch receiving. He did not break tackles with leverage that turned 6 into 60. He did his job. The league pays for difference, not diligence. That is harsh to hear. It is not an insult. It is market reality. The distance between great college traits and plus NFL traits is larger than fans think. Archie's story proves it with grace, not scandal. Put all of these careers on the same table and a pattern appears. Fit matters on day one. If your new team speaks a language that complements your strengths, you look ready. If they do not, every snap is a translation exercise. Durability is not a bullet point. It is a foundation. Without it, you rebuild the house every year. Processing speed and accuracy do not care about past trophies. The hash is shorter. The curl window is tighter. The robber safety is later and smarter. If your eyes and feet are not married, the ball is late by a fraction, and that fraction is a pick. Off-field habits are not media gossip. They are compounding edges. Sleep, study nutrition, recovery. The guys who build boring routines build long careers. The guys who chase noise get noise back. And then there is timing. The league changes shape. When it tilts toward mobile quarterbacks who can rip over routes against quarters, you need that club in your bag. When it tilts toward light boxes and spread spacing, your back needs receiver skills. When it tilts back, you adapt or you watch. The Heisman often rewards production plus narrative. The NFL rewards traits plus translation. College coaches can engineer mismatches with tempo, wide splits, and talent gaps that never exist on Sunday. In the pros, your slowest defensive back ran a faster 40 than your fastest campus rival 3 years ago. Your favorite 3rd and 4th throw disappears when the nickel bluffs pressure and drops under your slant. Your old scramble lane closes when a 265-pound end runs a 4.6 and takes the angle away. That is why some Saturday gods turn into Sunday role players. Their value was real. It was just specific to a world they already left. This is not a hit piece on Heisman winners. Many translate, some become legends, others become stars after a slow start. Development is not linear. Landing spot matters. Coaching matters. Health is a dice roll with a cruel sense of humor. If anything, these stories should make you respect the ones who made the leap even more. They threaded a needle most people do not see. So the next time a Heisman winner hoists the trophy, enjoy the moment. Celebrate it. Just do not confuse it with a guarantee. The NFL is a filter that strips away story and leaves you with traits, habits, and survival. Mariota showed how clean can crack. Winston showed how fireworks can burn the wrong crowd. Manziel showed that charisma cannot replace craft. Tebow showed leadership does not erase accuracy. RG3 showed how one hit can rewrite a destiny. Bradford showed how fragility steals timelines. Leinart showed how a ceiling shows up quick. Dane and Ware showed how the sport moves under your feet. Archie Griffin showed that good is not enough. College crowns are real. Pro careers are ruthless. If you learned something today, stay with us. There is more to reveal, and the next story might change how you watch the game forever.